This Forsteiner splitter was taken off of a client's M4, and you can see that, I mean, he drove the car, and this is the kind of stuff that can happen. I'm going to scuff up the bottom side of it. But what we did on this, and this was installed in 2015 if I remember right, is double up the film. We had one layer of paint protection film, and then we put a second layer of thicker film on the bottom, and it rolls over on the face here a little bit. On this side, feels like it comes to about here, and it just caps over the face through this area. And what I'm going to do is set this up on a tripod, and we'll see how much that doubled film saved it. Some of this is really intense, and I'm pretty sure this poked through right here. But, well, the proof's in the pudding. Let's see how it looks. Because the film is doubled up, there's no need to use steam or hot slip or anything like that. I can literally, and I did it in sections. So let's say there was a one section he wanted replaced. It's really expensive to do the whole section versus just one relatively small section. So it turned out he didn't ever feel compelled to replace any of them. So that never happened. But there is an edge right here. Make sure this is still recording. Yeah, it looks like we're still recording. And this is significantly thicker film that's on the outside edge. Yeah, that definitely punched through all the way. But with just a single layer of film, it would have been really bad. And with no film, it would have been awful. Let's go a little further this way. Maybe we'll do a little half and half kind of action. Held up pretty well after. Let's see, we're 2021, so if my first grade math, kindergarten math, let's keep it straight, isn't failing me, that's 6 years. You can see there's some really heavy, oh no, that's not really heavy right here. That's where the film is seamed. Let me take that back. I was going to say, wow. That's not punch through, that was really heavy. There's another spot. Clearly it punched through the first layer, but I think we're good. When I say first layer, I mean the outer layer. I think that's where it stopped. Let's come on here. Come on. section, of course, is totally unseen on top of the car, and it held well. So nowadays, I'd probably just trim that back nowadays instead of leaving that a little long on the underside. But you know, this was 2015, times were different, but I'm still tickled with how all of it looks, considering the time span. All right, now this is why we have really ratty towels for jobs just like this, where it's not going to touch paint, but you don't want to mess up a really nice towel, which this was a really nice towel at one point. Many of these spots, I think, is just where the adhesive distorted. You can see through here really well. Some adhesive is left behind. This is adhesive remover that I'm using. Also nowadays, I would have put another section in here. I would have just patched one in. You know, but again, this was 2015. This was not 2021. Just a bit of adhesive on the edge. That's the spot. Car, when we took this off, had 20,000 miles on it. And this was installed when the car was new, so it's about 20,000 miles of enjoyment. Parking curbs, driveway entrances, all that good stuff. So the film sheared a bit here. It looks like it just cut into the carbon fiber. Peeling the film back, I could put shoot, let's do this right now. I'm gonna first walk it back and forth and show kind of how this panned out exactly as it sits, and then we'll trim it and peel some back here. We'll get the focus set, and of course I picked the worst of the two sides to remove. And that is paint protection film that's still on it. Oh, let's get the focus back. Let's peel this back and see how it looks. Why not, right? Tell you what, I actually have to go. That alarm that was going off was my alarm to go get my vaccine. So I've got to do that, and I'll see you guys here in a bit. Ciao.